Just wanted to take a moment to express my love and appreciation for knowing Kenny Johnson for, I guess, since 1974. Kenny was a 52-year member of the United Mine Workers of America. I actually became friends with Kenny sometime after the Brookside organizing effort. Kenny actually was arrested there, trying to bring the Brookside miners into the United Mine Workers of America. I'm sorry I can't be at the funeral, but I love Kenny. During the time I knew Kenny, he was a local union president, he was a field rep in District 28, he was an organizer for the United Mine Workers of America. But the thing I want you to know, at the time that I knew Kenny, he was a dedicated member of the United Mine Workers of America. There was nothing he wouldn't do for the union. And those of you who didn't know Kenny back in the earlier days, he was fearless. He was afraid of no company. He was afraid of no one. And what a person. But I want to talk a little bit about the relationship that I had with Kenny. Some of you may not know this, but I was in a plane crash in Harlan County back in 1996. And when I was at the hospital, Kenny made his way there, along with a number of other UMWA members. The plane crash occurred in the hills. A pilot overshot the airport. And UMWA members came up into the woods, carried me out of the woods, got me in the ambulance. I went to the hospital. I was in horrible pain. But I still remember Kenny at that time had changed his life and turned his life over to God. And he was there and he helped walk me out of the hospital. I could barely walk. And when we got outside, there's probably 20 people out there. He said, let's have a moment of prayer to thank God for sparing Cecil. And from that day forward, I realized Kenny's life had turned completely around. And he became a member of the Chaplain Corps for the United Mine Workers of America. He opened up conventions with prayer for us. He opened up International Executive Board meetings for us. But he never stopped being a loyal UMWA member in conjunction with his changed life. I know right now where Kenny is. Kenny's in heaven. And those of us who are saddened by the passing of Kenny. And I just want to say this to his wife and his children and grandchildren. What a wonderful person. And he loved all of you because he talked extensively to us about you. But he loved his fellow UMWA members, his brothers and his sisters. And he strived to make things better for all of us that come out of these coal fields and hills and hollers of eastern Kentucky and West Virginia and all across the United States. So Kenny's life was a life well lived, and he leaves a legacy. He fought for pensions. He fought for health care. He helped lift people out of poverty. And he strived every day for all of us to be like Jesus. And I think he was highly successful at that. Kenny is gone from this earth, but he's in a better place right now. We all loved him while he was here. We love him now that he's gone. We miss him, but someday I expect to see Kenny again. God bless all of you.